Hello, everyone. My name is Francesca Davis, and today my topic will be what scholars say about the Decalogue. First, I would like to say that the Decalogue is the Greek word for the Ten Commandments, and the Ten Commandments were originally, found in Exodus. It was in two spots actually. It was in Exodus, which was Exodus 20, 1 through 17, and Deuteronomy 5, 6 through 21. Growing up, going to a Pentecostal church or, holiness church or anything, what you want to call it. We typically talked a lot about the Ten Commandments, and I was always taught how the Ten Commandments were, um, God's like rules or regulations or laws for His people. And in those Ten Commandments, it gave like 10 different reasons or 10 different ways um, that we could, learn how to, follow, I guess, the rules and regulations or anything like that. But, growing up, I know that some of my favorite ones were, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. And one that was ingrained in me as a child was thou shalt not, use the Lord's name in vain, or, make a mockery of God, or, serve an idol God. My mom and grandmother always would tell me God is a jealous God and He will have no other God before Him. So I was very kind of excited of doing research about the Decalogue or the Ten Commandments. This week, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna do my best here. So when I was doing research and looking in the text, it basically stated that the Decalogue was absolute laws, and the absolute laws were spelled out neither the circumstances of nor the penalties of an offense. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and also interesting to know that the people, mainly the Israelites, they lived by the Ten Commandments or the Decalogue. Like, although there were some people, of course there are going to be people to break rules and things like that, but there are consequences for breaking rules and things like that as well. So, but to know that these people were, they lived by this, and that I was doing research and I saw a study where they were saying that the 10 commandments were split into two separate groups, one being religious, and the second being social and everyday life. So I thought that was pretty cool that they would section it off like that, and break it down to everyday person like myself. Like, so I appreciate that. And also when I was doing the research, as I stated, they did separate it from religious and social. So the religious were like the obligations to God, and the social was like obligations to human relationships. Also, when I was doing research, I discovered that some scholars, they didn't particularly, agree with the Decalogue and the Ten Commandments. But I didn't see like anything like as solid as I found with, finding that most scholars, they, particularly agreed with the Decalogue, and they agreed that it was they looked at it as like a guide to help people in their everyday lives. So I thought that was pretty neat that they would come in agreement with the Decalogue and its findings and its rules and regulations and things like that. So for the most part, when I was reading, the text, it was basically saying that it was basically saying that the laws and were very important to the people, and to know that, you know, they live by these codes and these laws, that was just like phenomenal to me. To know that, you know, they're, you know, going by something that they can't, you know, particularly, you know, see per se. Well, they did see, you know, the scriptures, or whatnot, but, you know, to have that amount of faith that, you know, God was, you know, with them, and God would take care of them, and if they, you know, live by these laws and things like that. And that was just, you know, mind blowing to me. And I think that is my time, and I hope that I, you know, did what was required of me. But you guys have a great day, and I wish you luck on your topics as well. Thanks. Bye.